Broncos fans, you're in for a treat in terms of the home schedule this fall. Boy, there's going to be some talented quarterbacks coming to Empower Field at Mile High. I'm Phil Milani alongside Eric Dalala. Eric, this is one of your favorite days of the year.
That's true, Phil. This, to me, is about as exciting as it gets, finding out when we're going to play everybody, taking a look at how the schedule shapes up, and the home slate is really good this year.
And for the purposes of this video, just like with the schedule coming out for the NFL, we're assuming that the Broncos play all 8 games at home, all 8 games on the road, and that's how we'll proceed until we're told otherwise. But, Eric, it's a good thing that the Broncos have beefed up their defense this offseason, because you consider the quarterbacks that are coming to town this year. We're talking about Josh Allen, Tua Tagovailoa, Drew Brees, Tom Brady, probably Justin Herbert, depending on who the Chargers start at quarterback, and, of course, Patrick Mahomes.
Right, yeah. And you're not going to put Ryan Tannehill in there?
Ryan Tannehill, too.
If you would have looked at the NFC South schedule maybe a year ago, you would have thought, hey, maybe the Saints are the more exciting team coming to Denver. But with Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski on that Tampa Bay Buccaneers team, that's going to be maybe the most exciting home game of the season. And it'll be interesting to me, Phil, to see how much Brady has left, how in tune he is with that system when they end up coming to Denver.
Yeah, I'm sure that he's looking forward to that, or maybe not quite so much, because he has had a rough go of things in Denver. He won his last game here, but before that, especially in the playoffs, had some struggles. I also think one of the hot tickets this fall is going to be when Emmanuel Sanders makes his return back to Denver.
That's true. Yeah, we haven't seen him since the Broncos traded him to the 49ers in the middle of last season. The 49ers weren't on the schedule. And then after that Super Bowl run that they made, he ends up in New Orleans. Will be coming back with Drew Brees, Michael Thomas there, of course. That's another explosive offense that Vic Fangio and the defense will have to be up for. And then it's hard, Phil, to forget about the defending Super Bowl champion, Kansas City Chiefs. Broncos now, as we know, have lost 9 in a row. And, man, they've had some close calls at home, particularly against the Chiefs. Last year, not so much, but I think we all remember that 2018 game in prime time. The Broncos were oh so close to snapping that streak.
Eric, one of the things that's upset me the most the last couple of years is after playing the Chiefs at home, standing on the field, doing our post-game show, and the Chiefs fans that have congregated around the Monday Night Football set 2 years ago, and then last year the Thursday Night Football set, they stay after the game and they cheer on the player that joins the broadcast crew out on set. They're cheering, and I'm trying to focus and do our post-game show, and it makes me sick, and I'm tired of it.
Must be tough for you.
Yes, personally. Eric, how about the fact that the Broncos are going to possibly be playing 2 quarterbacks drafted in the top 10 this year?
That's true. Yeah, I mean, you start with Tua and the Dolphins. That could be an exciting team. They had lots of draft picks, and so it'll be interesting to see, again, how quickly they can put things together. I think this kind of lack of an off-season program, at least in person, is going to impact some of these teams with young quarterbacks. And then you mentioned Justin Herbert in LA. That could be an interesting game. I'm not too worried about the Chargers right now, but it'll be interesting to see if Herbert is under center by the time the Chargers head to Denver. A lot of teams that were in the playoffs last year, when you think about the Bills, the Chiefs, the Titans, the Saints, and then, of course, this year, as we mentioned, with the Bucs, could have another team that's in contention. So maybe not the name brands that we're used to celebrating. It's not the Patriots, Phil, but still some good teams headed to Empower Field at Mile High.
Yeah, this is quite the home slate for the Broncos. I expect another season full of sellouts for the Broncos, especially considering the opponents that are coming to town this year. All right, that's going to do it for us. For Eric Dalala, I'm Phil Milani.